I did say that the public were going to get blamed for rising food prices, and the real truth of the food shortages and supply chain issues aren't going to be made public for a while until it's so obvious to people. They'll keep up the lies because that's all this Zionist government, especially in the UK, and their Zionist media know what to do. They only know how to lie to you. So I'm going to read the article from the Mail Online. The headline: Supermarket bosses blame stockpilers as cost of weekly shop soars by £7 under coronavirus lockdown, with shortage of farm workers set to trigger further price hikes. Bullet points: cost of a weekly shop has risen as much as £7 during the coronavirus lockdown. Prices have risen at supermarkets including Asda, Morrisons and Waitrose. Cost of shop at Waitrose increased by 4.8% and 9.6% at Morrisons. Data indicates that stockpiling had dramatic effect on price of goods. It follows supermarket decision to slash promotions in bid to curb panic buying. We'll get to that in a minute. So, the main article. The cost of a weekly shop has risen by as much as £7 as supermarkets remove promotions to curb panic buying in the initial phase of the pandemic. Data published by Price Watcher indicates that average prices have risen across UK supermarkets markedly in the last month to the April the 17th, 2020. Weekly shops at Asda are £3 2 higher, 4.3% increase, while shoppers at Morrisons have experienced a £7 3 rise, and that's 9.6%. The cost of a weekly shop at Waitrose increased by £4.14, 4.8%. The data available on the Grocer showed that the weekly shops of Morrisons and Waitrose have risen by 9.6% and 4.8% from March. There's some picture of some people queuing. There is some more pictures of some people queuing. There's a graph. We always like a good graph, don't we? Right, we continue. An average increase across all supermarkets of £2.60 was measured. It doesn't say how much the basket people are buying is. It says how many items anyway, we'll get to that. So an average increase across all supermarkets of £2.60 was measured. Individual items saw a bigger increase. For instance, instant coffee went up by more than £1, £4.50 to £5.86. So that's £1.36. That's a lot more than £1. While the price of laundry detergent increased by around £2, from £7.90 to £9.40. Since the end of January, that's less than £2. That's £1.50. See, this is what I mean about the absolute contradictory bullshit that the UK media spew onto their audience. I'm going to repeat this paragraph. Individual items saw a bigger increase. For example, instant coffee went up by more than £1, from £4.50 to £5.86 since March. That's £1.36. That's not £1.2, £1.5. That's £1.36 increase since March. While the price of laundry detergent increased by around £2, from £7.90 to £9.40, which is £1.50. So for £1 it's £1.36, and for £2 it's £1.50. Welcome to the UK. And we continue. The analysis tracked the cost of a basket of 33 commonly bought items like rice, pasta, meats, alcohol, bread, tins of soup and tea bags. It indicates that stockpiling had a dramatic effect on the prices of goods at supermarkets that slashed their promotions as hysteria gripped panic buyers. Oh, we've got more pictures. People follow social distancing rules as they queue outside an Asda. Shoppers walk past empty shelves in a supermarket in Rugby. And a man observed social distancing outside Tesco Express in Hampshire. We continue. The data also follows analysis from the Office for National Statistics, which showed that the cost of a basket of high-demand products sold online, including pet food, medicine and nappies, increased by 1.8% in the past week alone. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. The Pet Food Manufacturers Association said it was likely that increases in prices of goods, including pet food, were caused by the removal of discounts. Yep, discounts first, price hikes second, inflation third, basic income fourth, and please sir, can I have some more? Carrying on. Oh, hang on, we've got another picture here. Elderly people wait for a Sainsbury's supermarket in Hertford to open. big queue of elderly people. They're not practicing social distancing. All you irresponsible elderly people. We continue. Supermarkets remove special offers during the pandemic to curb panic buying. Scenes of frantic stockpilers horrified the nation. There are also concerns that the coronavirus pandemic could cause price increases this summer. No shit, Sherlock. With farmers claiming a lack of labour could push up costs. Well, I've been warning about that for 2 months. I have 2 months I've been warning about this. And other people, obviously, it's not just me. We've been looking at this stuff for years. This year was always going to be bad with the grand solar minimum, weather disruptions, supply chain issues, and now the pandemic. Food's going to be a currency. Anyway, we continue. According to the National Farmers Union, the cost of fresh produce could rise. Could rise? They've just said it did. What? According to the National Farmers Union, the cost of fresh produce could rise unless the industry can fill vacancies for fruit and vegetable pickers. As I understand it, the cost of fresh fruit and vegetables has risen, and at the top of this article they were saying that the prices of 33 standard goods, 33, had risen. So again, they come back to the cost of fresh produce could rise. This is remarkable media bullshit. We continue. A DEFRA spokesperson said, "This government has absolute confidence in our dedicated farmers. They are working around the clock to keep the nation fed." Yeah, the farmers are, not the government, and even stand ready to increase production further if demand continues to grow. More pictures. Shoppers wear masks to protect against the coronavirus outbreak as they do their weekend shopping at Morrison's in Surrey. And we've got a scary looking map of Great Britain with yellow and red lines and graphs and lots of black, like a wasp, danger. Red, yellow, black, danger, danger, you're all going to die. We've got some... Hang on, let's have a look. Okay, so this is quite interesting. An open letter to UK shoppers from the British Retail Consortium. I've never looked into the British Retail Consortium. I wonder who fronts them or funds them or lobbies for them. I wonder who they're made up of. So it says, to our customers, we know that many of you are worried about the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19. We want to let you know that we are doing everything we can so that you and your families have the food and essentials you need. We are working closely with the government, well, I hope they're washing and showering then, and our suppliers to keep food moving quickly through the system and making more deliveries to our stores to ensure our shelves are stocked. Those of us with online delivery and click and collect services are running them at full capacity to help you get the products you need when you need them. We thank all our colleagues in stores and supply chains who are working day and night to keep the nation fed, but we need your help too. We would ask everyone to be considerate in the way they shop. We understand your concerns, but buying more than is needed can sometimes mean that others will be left without. There is enough for everyone if we all work together. So there are families eating baked beans on toast while there are elites still having Chateaubriand delivered in the evening at £150 a meal. And trust me, there are. There is enough for everyone if we all work together. If all the peasants work together, that is. Everyone else is, well, apparently they're immune, aren't they? The MPs and celebrities, no, they're not social distancing. They're all standing next to each other at press conferences. But they're telling you there's enough for everyone if we all work together. And you have to social distance, by the way, while eating a can of beans. So, I continue with the letter. Together we can make sure we are looking out for family, friends and neighbours. Yeah, I agree. Together we will care for those around us and those who are elderly, vulnerable or choosing to remain at home. Together we will care for those around us. So, as I understand it, the elderly are pretty much being left to their own devices in the UK and neglected, and are dying at home, many of them, of loneliness. So again, there's one more paragraph to the letter. We are doing all we can to rise to this challenge. Serving you and keeping you and everyone who works with us safe will always be our priority. That was published in March 2020. And that's the end of the article from the Daily Mail. I mean, it's the worst media in the world, UK media. This is well, first of all, yes, food prices are going to go up because there are going to be food shortages, supply chain issues. Second of all, they're going to blame you, like I said they would a few weeks ago, for stockpiling. And they're going to blame the price increases on the stockpilers as well. And right at the last minute, when you do all realise that you're running out of serious proper dietary needs, i.e. food, fuel for your body, then you'll realise that these kind of articles will be, well, I doubt you'll even remember it, to be honest with you, because there's so much coming at everybody. You can't remember everything that you're told. Do you remember Salisbury, the poisoning? Think about it. Salisbury, Porton Down, UK, virus laboratory, a poisoning. It was in the news, massive news piece. It links in with this, so give you, that's a little clue I'm dropping on you there. Salisbury, then a virus, then a lockdown. You see, patterns form. Cheers, everyone.